This is a video response to Mr. Multiverse on his whole fucking bullshit video on why One More Day really needed to happen. Buddy, I could say the same thing with the whole night of Gwen Stacy. Why did that need to happen? Because honestly, for saying something such a ridiculous statement, you need to take a real good look in the mirror and saying, why did Gwen Stacy needed to die? Because in their eyes, it would have ruined the relationship in their favor. What I mean is, they think having Peter get married would have been a horrible, horrible choice. And I truly believe that with the whole Mary Jane situation. Now, granted, could they back out on it? Sure, more likely that's probably going to be the case because they want to have that demographic of the singles guy on having Spider-Man be the relatability factor of readers. And I'm talking about the average Joe, I'm talking about the average person, pretty much wants to read a standard story where he pretty much gets reflected. That's really it. Yes, I could agree. Like all of us old readers, we want to have our reflection. But we're going to get it in a different book if we ever do. Yet again, I always say, killing off Gwen Stacy was the worst choice that Marvel had to do in the entire business. It's the one thing I wish that they could have easily corrected themselves. Because honestly, I mean, I'll look at it straight face. The whole Mary Jane relationship, at first it didn't work because there was nothing there. There was nothing there. I didn't see anything that really genuine worth the shit that I could personally believe that, yeah, Peter's going to go with this girl. No way, no way, no way. The moment he was talking to Gwen, and yeah, there were ups and downs. The part where she left Peter because the Prowler came along, attacked her father, and X, Y, and Z shit, and all that crap. Yeah, that really kind of said a lot. And there were times that Peter was just thinking, what do I do? Should I tell her the truth? Should I do all this stuff because I want to have a relationship with her? I want to have a life with her. She's everything to me. And hell, when you have Peter meet up with Spider-Gwen, there's a moment of, hey, I got your back because we understand one another. We share a pain together. There's so much reflecting to Spider-Man with that girl to such a degree that it's a horrible situation for a love story. If you really look at the Gwen Stacy and Peter relationship, it's a sad love story. That is really it. It paints that narrative of the hero couldn't save the perfect girl for him. That's really it. That's really the point of the whole story of Peter and Mary Jane, and why our fans are so bitching and moaning about Mary Jane and Peter Parker not getting back together is beyond me. Bitch, they already done it to you twice. Why would they not do it a third time around? For you, for saying such a ridiculous statement, tells me how the Spider-Man community is such gullible and such idiotic bullshit, they would rather take anything. Yeah, exactly, too. Exactly. Thank you for correcting me, man. Thank you for correcting me. And and also proving my point even further. Thank you. So you could complain about the whole marriage or they're not getting married or whatever. It's not going to give a damn. Like, I'll say this right now. If we had it our way, Peter would already get married at this point. Peter would already have Spider-Girl at this point. You would already have a Marvel version of a Spider-Girl in the Marvel Universe. They don't want to do that. They just don't. Because if they're that serious, they would have done it by now. They don't. They'll do what they think is best. Now, granted, that's great. and also bad at the same time, because that is also hurts your book, and it just kind of gets the rinse and recycle repeating bullshit that DC has done and Marvel has done. So they have a lot of issues. I'm not saying DC is or even Marvel's sunshines and rainbows. They have their problems. But one thing I will say, Spider-Man is better off not having a relationship with that woman, because we already done it. We're better off doing things on our own. We're better off doing things outside the marriage. And if we're really serious doing it, fine, do it. But don't go back out on it. Hell, I could say the whole Spider-Man Ben Reilly stuff is a complete waste of time, because honestly, the moment Spider-Man is going to get back on its feet, everyone in their mother's grave is going to be asking, are we going to see Spider-Girl? Are we going to see Mary Jane and Peter Parker back together again fully? Are we going to develop that relationship? Are we going to do in Marvel? 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 Come on, come on, come on, come on. Please tell me, are you going to do it? Please tell me, are you going to do it? And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. You couldn't tell me that otherwise. Anyway, I'm done now. And I'm done talking about such a ridiculous statement that an idiot fan would say to something that he should already know. But granted, he's just too stupid to think that. And also that too. That too. That too. That too. You do it, buddy. You do it. But yeah, I mean, just boy, oh boy, fans are just so gullible. So dumb. They clearly don't understand they've been duped twice. They clearly don't. I even read the whole Wikipedia on the behind the scenes, and it stated right here in the whole statement where the CAO pretty much says they're either going to get. They were going to say, what I'm trying to say is, the writer explained Peter and Gwen Stacy were the perfect couple, and he talked about their relationship either hitting to the next level, either A, get married, or B, having Peter's secret identity was going to get revealed to Gwen Stacy. Now, granted, if Peter revealed his secret identity to Gwen Stacy, that would have changed a lot of things. Gwen Stacy would have understand a lot of things. And hell, when there was a what if story, when he revealed everything was all good. And I'm like, gee, I wonder why they didn't do this direction, because it literally just proves that relationship is so good and so iconic, and yet people are just so stupid and pathetic that they would rather deal with the redhead girl and not deal with the blonde true love that fits the fucking character. You don't have fucking Lana replacing Lois Lane for Superman. Oh no, that oh boy, that would have been a fiasco on itself on that on DC. You don't have that situation. But at least I'll say this with DC. At least they know that character belongs with that character. And that's something I truly, truly respect. Lois Lane will always be Clark Kent's true love. Gwen Stacy is Peter Parker's true love. If you don't get that, then you are an idiot and you are part of the problem of what a Spider-Man is now. You have been supporting an agenda that pretty much stained the Spider-Man comics. Now, granted, I'm not going to lie. They did a lot of great stuff with the MJ stuff. And they made it work. But Jesus Christ, fans need to wake up. Fans need to literally see the truth. And if they don't see the truth, then you are one of the reasons why we're in this problem. We're in this agenda hole. And, oh yeah, dude. I'll just say this. Tell me if I'm right. Ben Reilly should have stayed a villain, and yours truly, fucking Miles Morales, should have been your main Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man title. I'm just saying. Oh, man. These guys are so fucking morons. No wonder why my dad quit reading Spider-Man, because he knew that's not the right direction for that character. He quit reading Spider-Man and he highlighted it out. He went to read Iron Man, Thor, whatever. And honestly, I completely agree with him. I could see the why he left. Now, granted, I'm going to continue reviewing Spider-Man and talk about Spider-Man, but I mean, I'm not going to bullshit you. The true One More Day is fucking The Night of Gwen Stacy. That was the first. You know, when they actually made Mary Jane and Peter Parker actually worth a shit, okay, yeah, it was great. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not going to lie what they did. It was wrong. It was dumb of them. It was a bad move. You could not tell me otherwise. You could say I'm wrong. You could say all the things by the book telling me I'm wrong. At least I'll say this. At least with Bendis, does a better job in his Spider-Man book and didn't throw an agenda in his Spider-Man book. But yet again, when you look at the Amazing Spider-Man book, it's a fucking waste. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke on the relationships. At least with the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff, you knew exactly what that direction was going for. You knew exactly what Bendis was going to do because he took the characters and he made on his own. He made a story where it was not forced agenda just because X, Y, and Z. This is why I'll say, you know, what's the point of bringing Mary Jane if you're really going to do jack shit with her? Either kill her off or write her off to such a degree that Peter goes with someone else and you go forward. But yet again, fans don't want to accept that because people are so dumb because they're so hooked on that redhead girl. That too. But it is just, yet again, I like to bring logic and facts. Hell, I wouldn't mind having Peter and Felicia getting a relationship. I mean, that would have been pretty cool. Hell, to be fair, I actually prefer that relationship because that was in the amazing cartoon called Spider-Man, the Animated Series, the 90s. Black Cat and Spider-Man had a long-lasting relationship. And, you know, it's always a bit of a flame that Peter and Felicia always have a lovey-dovey relationship. And you know what, personally for me, I mean, like, fuck it, why not? If Batman's gonna hook up with his cat, why not we can't do the same with this one? It would have been cool. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I gotta get going.